Alright, so if you got a cord and your cord got cut or it's frayed or it's just weak and it's falling and not working right and you need to fix it, this is how you repair your cord. On this particular cord, there's 3 wires. One in the middle is the ground. The other 2 are my hot wires. What you do is you go to the store, you get one of these cord ends. This particular wire needs a ground, so we're going to use the ground. But if you have a 2-wire, you may just get one of the 2 wires. You get these at Home Depot, Walmart has them. A lot of different stores has them. So the first thing we got to do is to open up this cord end. We'll just do that by loosening these screws here. And this will eventually pull out. I just like to use power tools, they're quicker. Just loosen these 3 screws up. And again, I got this at Walmart, so we'll see how this little tool works. We're just gonna get these screws out. Okay, I think we got it loosened. So that whole thing will pull out. You see, we got a brass screw. That's where your black wire is going to go. The silver is where your white wire is going to go, and the ground is where the green wire is where your ground goes. Another thing we have to do on this particular cord is loosen this clamp here, because our wire is going to go through this clamp. So what I'd like to do before I put this on this particular cord is push this wire through first. You may need to widen this up a bit to get this through. On this particular one, it's a little tight. So we're just kind of cut a little angle on this and feed this through here. Okay, so we got that on. We're just going to slide that up out of the way for a little bit. Come back to this little cord and cut it straight. And on this one, we can put our diagonal pliers. You're going to need a pair of diagonal pliers, and you're going to need a pair of wire strippers like this. And of course, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. And if you have power tools, you can use those. I like using the power tools usually. It's quicker. So we get that started. We just kind of cut down a little bit. Now we can rip this down just a little bit. We don't want to go too far with it. And without too much effort, we should be able to just kind of rip this apart a little bit. If necessary, you can use your tools to cut it down more. This one's being stubborn. Okay. So we'll cut this extra plastic out of the way. We only need a little bit of this wire showing. I know I got some wire showing a little too much on there, but that'll be alright. And now we're just going to use our wire strippers and strip off about 3/4 of an inch and on each wire. Try to get them out of your way so you can do these. And now we're just going to twist these little strands together for fingers. And we'll start by using our hand screwdriver. Loosen these little screws a little bit here, so we can put all the wires in all at once. But don't take them out all the way, because then you have trouble getting the screws back in. Just loosen them up good. So our silver wire is going to have the neutral wire. But on these particular cords, they're not really marked. What you can look for is writing on the cord. I just use the white wire as the neutral. That's typically the neutral wire. So what we'll do is we'll kind of get our wire into this into the screw hole here. And you're just going to tighten down the little screw. On this particular screw, we can't really put an eye hook on here because we just don't have it's not made for it. So we'll just tighten that down. That should hold that. Give it a little tug test. And then we'll just keep going along here. Put the ground in. Same thing. tighten down the screw. Do a nice, make it nice and tight. And then we're going to put our hot wire in. That goes onto the brass screw. If you're not sure which one's a hot wire, you can do the best you can. So there we go. So we got all our 3 screws in. Now we can slide this little piece we put on earlier back up. And these are usually slotted. There's like a little divot on here, so we've got to line that up. See the little divot and the little slot right there? We'll just slide that up. And we'll get this kind of seated in there. Now we can use our tools and tighten this back down, tighten these 3 screws back in. So we're just going to tighten those in. 1, 2, and the last one. And if you're going to use power tools, just check it, make sure it's taut. You don't need it over tight. It's only plastic. And then we'll just tighten this clamp down. This will clamp the casing of the wire in. So when you unplug it, you're not pulling on the cord. And there you have it. So there's your screw. You got your, there's your plug now. We replaced the broken piece, and now we got a working prong plug here, 3-prong plug. There you go. Any questions? Let me know in the comment section below. If this helped you out, leave a comment and let me know. Like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching.